Yeah, this is Point Blank, coming in hard and off the card, coming with the flow straight from the barrio, and coming with that heat from the damn street, coming with the facts, the crack backs, and the boom bip to their lying ass lips. This is PBNN Point Blank National News, the late and the great edition, and the ghetto edition as well, because this is what we must do. So, today on PBNN Point Blank National News, PBNN, Point Black National News, the late and the great edition. Now, today, we're looking at a situation here where, saying we have where there was a statement made by Hamas, Green, the Green Prince, shocked by college campus anti Israel protest. They don't understand. Well, first of all, Green Prince, yes, we do understand. As African people, we understand it in that region more than anyone else because we are the one who bears the genocidal scars that are even deeper and might be even deeper and way deeper. No, it is deeper than what we are seeing going on with in the Gaza Strip because our people was there first. And many of the removal in the transatlantic slave trade was a combination of the same garbage by these Zionists and these groups of people who seeks to have removed my people using Arabs and many other groups to remove my people into slavery from that land, and also killing off many of the African people who have been there for ages, from generation to generation to time. And they're just we're going around in the Darfur region, Sudan, Ethiopia, and many other places, and causing civil wars, such as what we see going on in Sudan, and probably many other parts. Just doing straight garbage in Africa all the days of these wicked Zionistical nutcase lives. But today we see where Hamas, Green Prince, shocked by what's going on and say they don't understand. Yes, they do, because y'all all invade that area. You know what I'm saying? You all invaded that area. Many of you are not even from that land we call Egypt or the Gaza Strip. Nowhere near it. Our people was there many centuries, hundreds of thousands of years before you guys even got there. Loosen up my belt. It's a little tight. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. And that's one of the problems we see. While you sit there killing and murdering over the Gaza Strip, we see the garbage, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to look into a little bit of what the Green Prince has to say. You know what I'm saying? Now, when we look at the son of Hamas, the founder, Express, you know what I'm saying, shocking, I guess, expressed shock and dismay at the college protesters he see as misguided and misinformed about the issue. They're not misguided nor are they misinformed about the issue because we know you invaded the area. Just like you invaded and took it from the Africans or killed all the Africans off the land or waited till Egypt was probably at its last dynastical periods and stuff, and you swoop in using Ottoman Turks and many others to claim Egypt, you know what I'm saying, as their own. And they're the same ones who let in all the other Europeans and many other groups to come in and raid Africa while you sit up there calling it a Muslim nation when the Egyptians were not Muslim or no religion such as theirs other than what? Christianity and many other Christian groups and Islam and many other groups stole out of Egypt in order to create a mixture of their own. You know what I'm saying? So they're not misguided. You know what I'm saying? You owe the black people, especially of Egypt, you know what I'm saying, many thousands of your lives, billions of your lives, and your existence to Egypt to be paid for what you have done. And that goes for the Ottoman Turks, especially. You know what I'm saying? Talking about misguided and misinformed about, you know what I'm saying, the issue. Now, he went on to say, according to his issue, you know what I'm saying, they found an angry cause. Anytime people are being murdered, doesn't matter on what side or what cause, you know what I'm saying, and just being murdered in many ways, you know what I'm saying, over whatever conflict you chumped up, because that's what they usually do. They'll always chump and pressure and bargain and do all kinds of shit in order to pressure the people into doing something that they did not want to do. By having the power of the military and all these different things, these people you elect are using these things and have been using this to do this. Under the guise of always it's an attack that they trumped up, not the people who they saying attacked. You know what I'm saying? They did not start it, nor did they trump it up. You know what I'm saying? This is why the guy took off his shoes and probably threw it at Bush Donkey Jr. when he was a president looking like a scunny clod. I think he was a Republican, whatever the fuck he was. You know what I'm saying? He was no more than a demon Democrat to me. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's probably why he took off his shoes. You know what I'm saying? But he went out to say they found an angry cause, and this is very dangerous to advocate on the behalf of something they don't understand. But the advocating on life is what you don't seem to understand, because you have went around the earth, all of y'all, killing and murdering and doing bullshit. And that's just point blank. So what do they understand or not? They understand life, don't you? You know what I'm saying? But Mossad Hussein, or whatever his name is, Yusuf, I'm sorry, News Digital, in an interview, he went out to say they are not helping the situation. Well, what else will help the situation, Mr. Mossad Hussein? You know what I'm saying? Yusuf. What will settle the situation more better than a ceasefire, less murdering of thousands of 34 or 50,000 people being sacrificed on a political bullshit or a fight for power within the region? What better would it be than a ceasefire, Mr. Mossad Hussein Yusuf? But he went on to say, which Mr. Hussein Yusuf is known as the Green Prince, told Fox News Digital in an interview, they are not helping the situation, they are just making it worse. Yes, indeed, when they're being bombed, killed, and murdered, and the numbers up to 34, 44, or 50,000 people in one shot from the time this took place, or the fake attack that you faked. Somehow it's a fake attack that caused this. But the fake attack, when we say fake attack, don't get it conspiratorial and don't get it, that conspiracy theory shit. When we say fake attack, once the attack is made on either side or wherever side, you know what I'm saying, and the attack is made, doing that the attack is on a people who are claiming a biblical or some kind of religious foolishness, superiority as a people, under what we know truly happened when you move those people there and where they came from. So don't give us that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So in other words, Mr. Yusuf, you know what I'm saying, who was in Manhattan to address the Jerusalem Post News, York, Conference, okay, yeah, hmm is is the eldest son of Hamas co-founder, I guess his name is Sheikh Hassan or whatever Hussein. You know what I'm saying? The son the son defected to Israel in 1997 and worked as a undercover agent 4 decades before moving to the United States. I believe that part for sure. He previously told Fox News host Sean Hannity Hamas would not Hamas would not hesitate to kill him if they found him. And I wonder why. You know what I'm saying? Say that you worked as a spy. But in more ways than one, it still come out to the same thing. So we're gonna go on where he said he called, you know what I'm saying, the terrorist group a religious movement. But people are not in that religious movement anymore. This is what people got to understand. Nobody's going to sit up here talking about all this religious stuff that y'all are talking about and making everybody have to get in some kind of groove with it. You see what I'm saying? Because all the death and killing and murdering that you have done over all types of twisted, bump head, bald head, bald head, bump head, fruit head idiots has caused across the land. It doesn't matter what is some kind of group that call itself a biker group. It doesn't matter what it is it's a group that call itself a Black Power group. It doesn't matter what they call itself an Aryan group. It doesn't matter. Every single one of y'all come with some form of religious, I, crooked, a crooked, twisted, wicked, not making any sense at all, truly at the ground break of it in itself to prove it, and many other things. No more than a wicked, I'm not a case, I would call it. You know what I'm saying? But he has called the terrorist group the religious movement. You know what I'm saying? Waging a holy war. You know what I'm saying? Under the guise of a political party. You know what I'm saying? Under the guise of a shitpolitical party, because politics should not have anything to do with any religion at all, especially in a free state. Now, in the free state, don't get it twisted. You should be able to practice whatever religion or whatever group you are, as long as it does not cause any kind of hate, you know what I'm saying? Or what they call anti-Semitism or any type of bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And then finding that that leads to the death of other people. This is what's been going on across the planet, you know what I'm saying? All around the globe as a whole, you know what I'm saying? And this is what they've been doing, you know what I'm saying? But when you form a free government would have all these things in it, but it's not because it never intended to be. So when you look at even the United States government, that's the same thing you see. So, when you saw a political party, any government should be formed to serve the people on a common understanding, not a common understanding, but a common overstanding. Because in a metropolitan society, as it grows and it has many different factions of people and mentality, knowing the history in which it came from or came through with the even slavish bullshit and the garbage that they were doing to people. You know what I'm saying? They was even doing it to white people. You know what I'm saying? Enslaving them, doing trafficking, and probably still doing that shit today. But at the same time, when you form a government that's a free state of the common people, the common people must be served on a common overstanding. That overstanding must be in the commonness of the type of things that would take place in a metropolitan city that would grow and be strong, or the state or global effect, even based on foreign affairs. This is not what we saw over the many years. You know what I'm saying? We've seen trickery, lies, and garbage. Trickery, lies, and garbage. That's always it. So while they sitting up there, you know, acting like they did everything so great, that is not what we see. So what kind of political party are we talking about, Mr. Green Prince? So they said a political party. So he went on to say he has not shielded away from criticizing Mr. whoever he is, did not, shield away from criticizing the group in the aftermath of the October 7 attack. The October 7 attack needs to be a little more investigated rather than a rush on just murdering and bombing and killing the people in a full genocide right before the American people face, and everybody in the world is sitting down watching this rather than calling for a ceasefire. It doesn't matter what group of people it is, such as this. There should be a ceasefire in Sudan. There should be a ceasefire in Ethiopia. There should be a ceasefire in many, many of the bullshit that they have done that cost thousands and millions of lives through Zionistical motherfucking doing bullshitical tricks. And the people are tired of it. They should be by now. Because whenever you do your bullshit, talking about an October attack, you notice they always have the attack on the Capitol, attack on October 6th in the Gaza Strip of Hamas attacking, Israel and killing only 1,000, maybe 500, but you over killed 34, 40, 50 million. You know what I'm saying? And because you're backed up by the USA, the British, the French, and every other group, because you're supposed to be the Zionist group that's supposed to be the holy group that you say is the holy group that you made up all this bullshit and tell the people all this bullshit and rewrote a book telling them and force it down their throat, and they're practicing that shit and teaching that shit because the Freemason damn preachers and pre-archers and are down with you on the biomedical bullshit as well, and so on. You know what I'm saying? But talking about October, so you need to be more investigated. Talking about October 7th attack after seeing how some of the some in the U.S. have responded with protests on college campus and pressure in Congress, to end the action in Gaza before Hamas has been eliminated. You know what I'm saying? Whether Hamas been eliminated or not, you know what I'm saying? You know what's the sad part about most of this is that when you look at the Gaza Strip, Egypt, Africa, and all of that, we've seen the invasion and the killing and the murdering of innocent people by the thousands, by the millions, filling the earth with graves, especially Africa. You know what I'm saying? And then over the many years going back, probably even before that, many of the same bullshit garbage going on all the way up to our time and this time of our time. And to see how America and the United States and the wicked leadership that keep on being elected through trickery and garbage and then getting caught up in these type of bullshit that go on. And it's also sad to see on the other side where these different factions of group and whoever they call themselves, Hamas, you know what I'm saying, the Taliban, whoever else, ISIS, all these different groups, you know what I'm saying, seem to be groups that seem to have some affiliation to me on the wrong side of the bridge in which they are talking, because too much of their bullshit is the same rhetoric, you know what I'm saying, and in extremist ways to practice and push a religion, and many religions of whatever they're switching from Hindu, this different groups, but they're all Muslim, you know what I'm saying, and they all seem to have a strictity in that region of Africa that should not be there. You know what I'm saying? You have forced your way in as well. And then when people speak out, or people say a ceasefire, the ceasefire must come no matter what side you on or who you're really working for, talking about Hamas, you know what I'm saying, Taliban and all these different ISIS groups and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because in actuality, we see the garbage within of itself. You know what I'm saying? So when you said that, bending to terrorists, you know what I'm saying, will have consequences. You know what I'm saying? Yusuf said, we are sending the wrong message. These people don't receive our statement or our actions as a form of tolerance, that we are trying to reach peace. They perceive it as weakness. I don't give a, I don't give a damn what the hell you see it as. That's not what we're asking. The people are asking for a ceasefire and dialogue in itself. That's where it starts in itself. Nobody want to hear nothing about perceiving or trying to reach peace. Because if you was trying to reach peace, you know what I'm saying, you would have formed a two-state solution years ago. You know what I'm saying? Such as we saw what happened sort of in Australia with Corky. You know what I mean? And the two laws they had in itself after he passed away, they created two laws. You know what I'm saying? One for the indigenous people and the African people, who were the original people of the land, probably, you know what I'm saying, that they come in there and they always got to disrupt shit. You know what I'm saying? And many of them might be the ancestors of these same Caucasians we see. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why they went in there and do the garbage in which they did, but at the same time, in itself, because wherever they go, they come with the same old garbagical club nut twisted mind. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about all of them, but many of them, you know what I'm saying? Talking about peace and perceive it as weakness, you know what I'm saying? And reaching some kind of tolerance, you know what I'm saying? And this and that and the third. First, let's work on a ceasefire and dialogue. That works in itself.